मोरी पायलिया प्रेम बाज मोरी पायलिया प्रेम बाज मोरी पायलिया कैसे कर आओ तुम्हारे पास मितवा बाज मोरी पायलिया
Born in 1930 at Almora in present-day Uttarakhand, Padma Shri Pandit Vijay Kumar Kichlu is a unique combination of executive ability and artistry. He received his initial training in music under Shri Nathuram Sharma, and while at college in Varanasi, became a disciple of Ustad Moinuddin Dagar and Ustad Aminuddin Dagar, the senior Dagar brothers. He also benefited from guidance in music from Ustad Latafat Hussain Khan of the Agra Gharana, and has an impressive record of public performances, including performing over All India Radio and Doordarshan. Pandit Vijay Kichlu holds a master's degree in history from the University of Allahabad, and after a successful career as a senior business executive in Calcutta, now Kolkata, he planned and managed the Sangeet Research Academy, SRA, set up by ITC Limited in 1977. As executive director of the institution for almost 24 years, he committed himself to the preservation and propagation of Indian classical music. Pandit Vijay Kichlu has received several awards, including the prestigious Sangeet Natak Academy Ratna and Fellowship Award, as well as the Padma Shri.
And then once you had told that a musician cannot focus only on music, he should have different interests, like sportsmanship or kuch nahi to culinary expertise or something else,
Yeah, the idea was that sports teach a lot apart from the skill of the game. Through sports, I think a human being learns the sense of judgment to take decisions immediately on the spot.
And I think we were in Kanpur, and you said, let's go play badminton. And so we went, and I thought that I was a pretty decent badminton player because I was playing in Shivaji Park Gymkhana a little bit badminton, but I hadn't played in years. But in any case, so I thought, Vijay Bhai is much older to me, so I can run him around a little bit. Well, you kicked my behind that day. I remember within a minute and a half, you ran me to the front of the court, to the back of the court, to the side of the court, like crazy. And after a minute and a half, I was huffing and puffing, almost like as if I was having a heart attack. And you were just like, nothing happened, just breathing normally. It was clear to me that you had, a sportsman's genes inside of you.
But then at the same time, while working on this mammoth TV project, ये जो प्रसार भारती का राग रंग शास्त्र के संग, so I found you like a student who was ready to receive whatever was offered by others. So
I have always been a student. I'm still a student. I don't think I can call myself a musician or a musicologist or anything. I'm basically a music lover and a music scholar. So how much there is to learn how to look at this Vidya. This Vidya is not kala. It is not skill. It is not even just an academic excellence. There is much more that this Vidya teaches us.
मैं एक बात कहूँ कि आपका जो सर्विस है towards music, towards the society, I must appreciate that you have done a very important role. It is his concept and it is called Gyan CD, and the concept is his and I have performed the ragas. Now can you tell something about Gyan CD?
ज्ञान सिटी के बिहाइंड भी यही था कि भाई कि एक सिटी में 4 राग हैं और रागों को अच्छी तरह से बताया गया है कि इस राग को हम किस तरह से सीखने की, अप्रिशिएट करने की कोशिश करें।
और बहुत सारी बंदिशें भी गाई गई है, एक राग में 5-5, 6-6 बंदिशें हैं। तो दैट विल बी, आई थिंक दैट इज ए ग्रेट वर्क दैट ही हैज डन। चाहूंगी कि आप इतने अच्छे कलाकार होते हुए भी अपने को पीछे रखा, हमेशा सबको आगे दिया है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। आपको याद है बड़ौदा का केस? बड़ौदा में प्रोग्राम हो रहा था, एकदम दरबार हॉल जो है भरा हुआ है, एकदम खचाखच भरा हुआ है, 3000 लोग। उसमें मैं हारमोनियम बजाने के लिए गया। उस साल मेरा बड़ौदा में प्रोग्राम नहीं था, तो उन्होंने बोला कि चलो हारमोनियम में भी 500 रुपये मिल जाता था, गाने में 1000 मिलता था। तो हारमोनियम में भी 500 मिलता था, तो 4-5 हारमोनियम बजाने में कुछ अच्छा ही कुछ हो जाता था। तो तमुरो मुरो मिला के हम हारमोनियम लेके आए, तो यूं जाके उन्होंने देखा अरे ये तो हॉल तो ऊपर भरा हुआ है, अजय एक काम करो इसमें तुम गा लो, तुम यहाँ गा लो, इतने लोगों के सामने मेरा गाने में क्या है। फिर उस प्रोग्राम में मैं आया था हारमोनियम बजाने के लिए, तो मैं गाना गाया। आज तक ऐसा किस्सा कोई गुरु के पास भी शायद ऐसा नहीं हुआ।
नहीं,
अपना
प्रोग्राम कोई किसी को नहीं देता, कोई मजबूरी हो, बीमार हो,
पहले भी नहीं होता था।
मेरा एंट्री बताओ कैसे हुआ। अजयदा अरुणदा दोनों ही साहब को बोला जो इस बार समर को ही ले जाना चाहिए, तो बोला ठीक है। अजयदा ने बोला समर तो तानपुरा भी बजाता है, तो फास्ट आइटम मेरा क्या मिला, अप्पा जी का सर तानपुरा बजाना। तो जाकिर भाई तबले पे, अप्पा जी गाना, जोग साहब वायलिन। तो हमने तानपुरा बजाया और 9:30-10 बजे प्रोग्राम शुरू हुआ, और फिर मैंने सो गया और तानपुरा अप्पा जी का सर का ऊपर गिर पड़े। और फिर अप्पा जी आके सबको इतना झाड़ा, यार ये तबला बजाता है, तुमने उसको तानपुरा में बजा दिया, ये क्या बात है। तो बाद में से वही एक ही बार मैंने तानपुरा बजाया।
मतलब आप मतलब हाउ मच यू कंट्रीब्यूटेड यू हैव नो आइडिया।
जो हमको सबको लगा कि हमारे जर्नी में जब से आपसे एसोसिएशन, आपके साथ एसोसिएशन हुआ ना, सबको हेल्प मतलब इतने कुछ सीखा नॉट ओनली कि म्यूजिकली प्रेजेंटेशन, मतलब कैसे उठना बैठना।
सबको एक ही बात बोलना है, जितना भी म्यूजिशियन है नॉट ओनली कलकत्ता और
पूरा इंडिया,
सब लोगों का चावल में दाने में इनका नाम है।
कंपैरेटिव स्टडीज ऑफ रागा होता था फ्राइडे को, तो फ्राइडे में आशुतोष कॉलेज से एक दो क्लास छोड़ के पहले ही भाग के आ जाता था, पीछे बैठ के राग का जो स्टैंडर्डाइजेशंस का एक कुछ प्लान्स हमेशा विजय अंकल ने किया। हर गुरु से, हर रागों से जो भी है उसका जो मेन जो मेलोडिक स्ट्रक्चर्स जो है खास, उसको लेके ये अंकल ने जो बोला अभी, गुरु बनाने का उनका संकल्प था, छात्र नहीं। उसमें वो सबसे बड़ा मैंने जो महसूस किया इतने साल उनके साथ रह के, जो वो गुरु बनाने का जो संकल्प था उसमें उनका सबसे बड़ा जो डीएनए कलेक्शंस था, वो सब रागों से, सब घराने से बंदिश और सब हर चीज का एक साथ एक जगह पे करके उसका विचार, वो विचार का क्लास था फ्राइडे। शोभना दीदी भी थे उस समय।
ये एटीट्यूड की बात है, मैं तो उन्हीं से लिया कि अगर किसी का किसी काम पे आप ध्यान दोगे तो उसको व्यक्तिगत रूप से कभी देखते नहीं थे, टॉलरेंस देखा। वो उस्ताद जी कहते हैं और मैंने एकदम देख लिया, उस्ताद जी कहते हैं बर्दाश्त की हद नहीं होती, अगर कर सकते हो तो उसका हद नहीं होती है। वो तो मैं देख लिया किस हद तक बर्दाश्त कर सकते हैं।
हर आदमी सबको साथ लेके नहीं चले,
वही तो हम बोल रहे हैं।
सही बात।
हर आदमी सबके बस की बात नहीं, क्योंकि सबको खुश करना ऊपर वाले की भी बस की बात, साफ बात तो ये। लेकिन अंकल, एक तो पहली बात है कि मजबूरी समझना और उसका कोई एहसान नहीं जताना, ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। ये सेंट कर सकते हैं, इसके अलावा क्योंकि आप अगर कुछ करते हैं तो आप बोलते भी, एक किरण चाहिए, करता अल्लाह है लेकिन जरिए को कभी नहीं भूलना चाहिए। इतने बड़े बड़े आर्टिस्ट अपना घर छोड़ के क्यों आएंगे किचलू अंकल के पास, वजह क्या है? लेकिन वो नजर, एक तो आर्टिस्ट ने इनकी नजर पहचानी और इन्होंने उस आर्टिस्ट की इज्जत पहचानी, तो दोनों जब मिले तो फिर एक अजीब सी खुशबू पैदा हो गई, वो ऐसा नहीं था।
जैसे मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ और मैं वास्तव में बिलीव भी करता हूँ कि हर चीज़ का एक समय आता है, और अगर वो होने वाली होती है तो किसी न किसी तरह से बहाना बन के हो जाती जी, करी नहीं जाती पर वो हो जाती है।
Pandit Vijay Kichlu planned and managed the Sangeet Research Academy, SRA, set up by ITC Limited in 1977. As executive director of the institution for almost 24 years, he committed himself to the preservation and propagation of Indian classical music. Up to this point of time, the much talked about concept of conducting a concert tour on a specially designed bus was not much considered by the great patrons of classical music, as it was very difficult to handle the challenge. Kudos to Pandit Vijay Kichlu for initiating the concept of a bus tour for the first time. This unique entourage in a spacious, customized bus across several venues scattered throughout the length and breadth of the country, with a large group of musicians always on the move and making elaborate arrangements, was not a cakewalk. And it proved to be quite grueling at times. Regardless of the risks involved, he bravely undertook the responsibility and frequently conducted such extensive bus tours with a band of his wandering minstrels. During halts at regular intervals, to break the monotony of the long hours of unending travel, they would often engage in amusing pastimes that would quite often evoke hearty laughter. Be it organizing picnics, or playing antakshari on rare bandishes, or exchanging jokes on a lighter mood, or creating hilarious bandishes on the names of film stars, they served a refreshing relief from the drudgery of the journey. An atmosphere of light-hearted merriment prevailed in the entire journey, which the travelling musicians thoroughly enjoyed.
एक कल्चरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ये डायरेक्टर रहकर बहुत सारे लोगों को इन्होंने मदद करी, जो आज के बहुत सारे पंडित हो गए हैं, उस्ताद हो गए हैं। वो अगर किचलू साहब नहीं होते तो इतने सारे उस्ताद और पंडित इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से नहीं निकलते।
और आप जिस तरह से सबको लेके चले, ऐसा भी आज आपकी बदौलत वो ऊंचाइयों पे लेके गए। आप बहुत लोग आए अब, लेकिन वो बात नहीं बन पाई जो आपने।
I had the privilege of knowing Vijay Bhai since over 3 decades now. Earlier I had known him as an excellent Agra Gharana vocalist, also having talim of Drupad. Thereon, it was my privilege and honor to be invited by Vijay Bhai to be appointed on the board of trustees of ITC Sangeet Research Academy. After Vijay Bhai retired from SRA, my relationship with him fortunately has continued. A matter for me of both satisfaction and musically rewarding.
Music world knows what Kichlu Sahab did for the music, contributed. And behind the scene, he never thought or never came to the front and say that I am doing this, I am doing this, and I am doing this.
We traveled many places, but I have to tell you, I just remember one incident which is very funny. That was, I think it was in 78 or 77. We had a concert in Noihati, outside of Calcutta. And we was all supposed to go together and by train. We could not get in there to the train. And so finally the train left. You said, let's take a taxi and we'll reach there. So in the taxi, one taxi, myself and Shamal Bose were sitting in front, and in the back, it was yourself, Vijay Jog, Kichlu and Kanan Saab and Malvikadi. And in the middle of our journey, all of a sudden, you started screaming, "What is this? What is going on? What is going on? Why you are doing this?" Jog Saab had some kind of itching on his thigh, and he was scratching his thigh, but he was not feeling it. So he was doing it hard. But actually he was not feeling, because he was not doing it to his own thigh. He was scratching you, and it hurt you, and you started screaming. Finally, when we all came to know, we started laughing, and everything, you started laughing.
Vijay uncle said that he will cook once. He said, "I'm going to make sandwiches." And we were very happy. So after a while, he started saying, "अरे भाई क्या हुआ, तुम लोग आए नहीं खाना खाने के लिए? सब ready है?" So we went to the kitchen and we saw that everything is ready, he said, but only butter was spreaded on the breads. Nothing else was done. So हमने पूछा, "विजय अंकल खाना कहाँ है?" बोले, "अरे हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया, तुम लोग आए नहीं." तो मैंने कहा ठीक है. तो then we opened and we saw that. I said, बोले अभी ज़्यादातर काम हमने कर दिया है, सब हो गया है, अभी छोटा मोटा जो बाकी है वो तुम लोग कर लो. तो so then we all started helping ourselves in making the sandwiches, and like that we used to have lots and lots of incidents.
Vijay uncle is one of the very few people who have always been a great support to my life, to my musical life. He's given me love, affection, direction, advice, in all through my career, even at a time when it was a very, very difficult path for me.
Empathy, his passion, is just unbelievable. It had so much vitality, and it still does.
Padma Shri Pandit Vijay Kichlu ji, our Vijay uncle ji, his huge contribution in our Indian classical music. We are proud of him.
भारत में और भारत के बाहर भी बहुत जगह प्रोग्राम्स करके जो संगीत का प्रसार किया है, और इसमें से जो कलाकारों को भी बहुत फ़ायदा हुआ है, क्योंकि उनको जानने लगे सब जगह लोग. ये संगीत के इतिहास में ऐसा काम मुझे तो दूसरा मालूम नहीं.
You've always been doing something or the other for classical music. First, you established the Calcutta Music Circle, which was one of the most important places that brought all music performances and great artists to your circle.
I cannot forget the days when we were traveling together in the bus and performing. It was a unique experience. And Vijay, I remember then you and your brother, Vijay and Ravi Kichlu, you were so famous. I have attended many concerts of yours and enjoyed and learned so many things.
Whenever he was singing so many old compositions, rare compositions, and उनको बता के फिर गाते थे. So it was a kind of learning experience for whoever be on the stage or whoever is in the concert with him.
ওস্তাদ আলী আকবর খান সাহেবের সুরে আমার বাংলা গান আছে, পণ্ডিত রবিশঙ্করের সুরে সেই দু একটা গান গেয়েছিলাম. উনি ভীষণভাবে আমাকে আদর করেছিলেন. সেই দিনটা আমার কাছে চিরস্মরণীয় হয়ে আছে.
I have a very good relationship with him for a long time. His contribution towards Indian classical music is really great.
Our very own Uncle Ji, he have done so much for us. My regards and pranam to you.
Our country's pride, Pandit Vijay Kumar Kichlu ji, my very respected Vijay Uncle ji, I would like to convey my heartfelt pranams to him.
Kichlu Sahab is a great human being, a great guru, a great author, a great composer, a great administrator, or everything rolled into one. What I really enjoy being with him is his demeanor and his musicianship, it reminds me of the great masters of the past, yet he has a very modern outlook and vision.
At the ripe age of 90, amidst an extremely busy schedule of ensembles, rehearsals, organizing concerts and chairing meetings, he continues to carry on this legacy of teaching, even though restrained and selective. Enriched with decades of experience down the ages, his undying desire to awaken among his students a passion for learning music has remained unfazed. He has even nurtured and guided many of the most prominent musicians of the recent generation who have gradually risen to eminence under his nurturing eyes.
उसके दो रूप हैं। एक जो ट्रेडिशनल पुरानी शास्त्रों के हिसाब से
upholding the age-old tradition of Guru Shishya Parampara, regardless of his declining health, he imparts regular talim to chisel the professional skills of some of his foremost disciples among the youngest maestros of the recent generation of musicians, most prominent among them being Sabina Islam, Sanjukta Biswas and Shupriyo Datta, who happens to be his youngest disciple.
अंकल जी, कभी मौका नहीं मिला कि आंटी जी के बारे में कुछ बातचीत हम लोग आपसे सुने, क्योंकि हमने तो देखा नहीं उनको।
तो आंटी जी के बारे में अगर हम बात करें तो she was one of the most pure human beings, clean, pure, और बहुत ही honest to the core. She was a remarkable person that way.
सांवरे सलोने से लागे मोरे सांवरे सलोने से लागे
जब हमारी शादी हुई 1957 में, तो आंटी को शास्त्रीय संगीत से कोई लगाव नहीं, यानी हमको 13 साल लगे उसको एक शास्त्रीय संगीत के सेशन में ले जाना, पूरे 2-2.5 घंटे बिठाना, फिर उसको शास्त्रीय संगीत का ऐसा शौक हुआ, और शौक ही नहीं, एक ऐसा शास्त्रीय संगीत ने उसको असर किया कि अगर कोई भी किसी का भी डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन जरा सा इम्प्योर हो जाए, फौरन सीट छोड़ के उठ के चली जाती थी, फिर आपको बिठाना उनके लिए मुश्किल हो जाता था। इतना एक जबरदस्त इम्पैक्ट शास्त्रीय संगीत का उसके ऊपर हुआ। I have only one son, one daughter-in-law, and one grandson, and I look forward to their visit once a year, which is normally in the month of November, and I really miss them.
We thought we would all take a couple minutes and just let you know how much we love you, how much you mean to us, and the guidance you've given us in your lives. We really appreciate it. We love you very much.
Just the way you've lived your life with such dignity and such graciousness and with such generosity of spirit. You are an inspiration to all.
Dadu, I really feel like you've been a guiding light for me and for our family, and you've given me personally such good advice, and I know I wouldn't be the person I am today without you.
It has remained our humble endeavour to pay a benign tribute through a vestige of moving images, celebrating the vast repertoire of the eventful life of this legend who, like a candle, has consumed himself to light up the way for others.
कहे नानक शाह सुन भगवंता, कहे नानक शाह सुन भगवंता, कहे नानक शाह सुन भगवंता, या जग में नहीं को अपना, या जग में नहीं को अपना, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना, तेरी बीत जात उमरिया, तेरी बीत जात उमरिया, हरि बिना हरि नाम बिना, हरि बिना हरि नाम बिना, सुमिरन कर ले, सुमिरन कर ले, सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना।